coach to dial it in and stay locked in. So many alumni. And Rhonda Revelle has said it's hard for her even as a head coach to dial it in and stay locked in. So many alumni, over 100 plus, here this weekend to watch this team take on Maryland. Nebraska has a 14-2 overall record and fouls it off McFarling. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 delivery, now the count is full. McFarland, the only one to be in that leadoff spot. And she walked her. So an opening game walk here for Jordy Ball.
One of the things that is a game plan here for Maryland against Jordy Ball, knowing that she is an elite pitcher, is to figure out how to attack her early on in the count, knowing that she might bring an early strike. If she doesn't find a way to get on base, that's what McFarland did here. So she's going to be a little bit wild. Take those pitches.
In the 2-hole for Maryland. And she attacks that one. It's a fly ball out to the third baseman who we've talked about, Sammy Bland, for the first out. And that pitch into the dirt, and there goes McFarland to second base, the throw, and she is safe at second. McFarland picks up a
control is spot on, not missing that much out of the zone. And all 3 of those last pitches, depth.
Handcuffed her a little bit. It dribbles foul. Drills that one, but foul. You know, Jenny, you had said, you know, Jordy Ball's got to settle down a little bit. I meant
Alumni weekend, you feel a double sometimes, and you can too high, and you just can't find that zone.
Head of Runyon. A first pitch ball here to Sam Bean. And she hit her here today.
This one's spinning up in the zone. Yeah.
The 2-2 cut her up high, and back-to-back strikeouts for Ball.
To get a lot of ground balls. That's going to be her game today. Keep the ball in the park, keep it down. A lot of cases she needs to limit the free passes. If she can find a way to keep the runners off base and utilize her defense.
Developing as a hitter and really kind of emerging for the rest of the country as a hitter. She pops it up in the infield. A high pop-up and getting under. Drives one right up the cut to center field. It's McFarland who plays the ball, and it's a single, a 1-out single. Brings up Ava Kuzak, who you had highlighted. First pitch swinging for Kuzak. Her numbers here this year, she stays in the 3 spot for Nebraska. Today is her 5th game batting there. She had batted leadoff in about 33 games to begin the season. They kind of shifted Ball up top from the 2 spot to the leadoff spot. Kuzak from the leadoff down to the 3-hole. Here's the 0-2.
Cheers got a good rise ball. Can bring it up, try to get a chase, try to get something out of the zone.
And she drives that one, this time to left field. So back-to-back singles here for Nebraska.
To count, this doesn't need to be this far in. It's a changeup that just gets too far over the zone. Cheers sits, Kuzak sits back on it. Good liner again. Back-to-back liners here for Nebraska.
Here on the team. She swings at the first pitch and lofts one to center field. The left fielder comes over. That's Cornwell. The runners go, tag, and safe at third base.
Knowing her speed upon the catch.
Play in their program. And she swings at the second pitch she sees. That one drops in. Nebraska gets one in from Bland. They get another in from Kuzak. And the Huskers go up 2-0. And
hitting-wise, it feels very contagious.
Lincoln, Nebraska. So a slight delay after we played just one complete inning. Those teams had a 14-5 conference record. You saw Ohio State now has dropped to 14-6. That's because the Buckeyes. Again, Maryland in the top of the first to open things up had runners at the corners. Look at head coach Lauren Karn. Coming up. They only graduate 2 players off of this roster this year. Here's the 1-2. And she gets her high once again. That's the second time we've seen Jordy Ball go high. That brings up the pitcher, Julia Scheer. That one high in the zone. 2 balls, no strikes.
Like you said, almost equal balls to strikes in that first inning.
Let me ask you this, Jenny, as a pitcher. 3 balls, 1 strike. A dribbler right back to Ball, who gets the out.
In these first 2 batters, so the rain delay seemingly has calmed her down a little bit.
Is it just the ball strikes where you can tell that the ball is sped up, like you said? Here's Bella Bacon. There'll be 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Nebraska. She fouls it back.
Advancement to save a little bit of arm for their staff.
Boy, how about Bacon getting around on that pitch? Well, 3 of the 4 hits for Nebraska have been singles. As Bredwell squares to bunt, it's a foul ball. Now 185 extra bases. Both of those are program records. Look at the run differential. For plus 230. A diving catch there in center field, McFarland. You know, there's a reason why she was an all Big Ten honoree last year. Did that drop in? You know, in her 6th season and deciding to stay at Maryland to finish off her college career. And Lauren batting in the 9 spot. The bouncer to short, 1 out there at second base, and Kamensen stretches it out to avoid the double play.
To get her out.
And she tries that one just through the outreach arms of Sammy Woods there at the shortstop position.
Yeah, not even enough time for me to say her ability to make adjustments is really her forte in
today.
And I think it's good to get ahead. And sometimes when you throw too many strikes, you become so predictable. Batters can be aggressive.
Hard ground ball there to Sydney Lewis. Maryland and Nebraska, we're resuming action in the 3rd inning. First pitch swinging. That is a tough play to make for this Nebraska defense. But there's been, 3 base runners here for Maryland. Hard ground ball. How about stabbing it there at third base? Gets the out at second. Can't turn the double play. So 1 away brings up Sammy Woods. And a pop-up in foul territory. No problem there for Bella Bacon, and 2 away.
Put the ball in play. And sometimes make contact.
Misses on that offering as well.
This is why Ball is so good. She finds a way to start in the zone. This one starts in the zone and continues to... I'd throw that pitch again.
Well, she goes low that time. The backhander takes her time and gets the 3rd out. Ohio State took 2 from Nebraska in the regular season series here this year. So if the Huskers could actually hold this lead and beat Maryland, they would be 1 up on Ohio State going into Saturday's action. Taking it the other way, this is Kuzak, and a fly ball out to right field. It down in right field and 1 out.
A lot of movement, like anything could happen at the top this year. And there always seems that at the same time this weekend. Amber DiNardo, whether you're looking for the take sign or not, I'm looking to maybe take my hacks on those pitches.
Ground ball, the backhanded stab, but couldn't get the throw there at second base. Boy, Maddie Runyon really made it. And so 6 hits here for Nebraska. They've generated a couple of runs on 6 hits. First pitch swinging, that one gets through the infield. And 7 hits now for the Huskers. That's Hannah Kamensen, who... And she's at second base. And Abby Squire is going to try to send her home.
But you want to mix it up to the point where you're pounding the zone, but not throwing too many throwaway pitches.
Bases are loaded here for Nebraska. Their best opportunity here so far, coming in the bottom of the third. 93 of them, and she airmails that one to the shortstop, Sammy Woods, who makes the play on it. Now 2 away.
Try to go after Kamenzin. You see as her Julia Scherer than we saw in the first inning, where, you know, I'm having a conversation with you and I'm saying slow down with the strikes, and now I'm kind of saying throw more strikes.
A bouncer and tosses it to second base. Well, she's doing what she does to practice. She's like kind of like summer camp drills. We go all the way back to, you know, when all these players were youngsters. Here's Runyon swinging at the first pitch, a ground ball to third base, and the first out.
And I don't think you can take the competition out of them, but if you can change the way, changing speeds, that's what makes her successful. As a batter, they look the same when they're coming in, and you keep a batter guessing.
She gets her looking. Second strikeout looking here today. 2 of 3 batters that she faced in the first inning. Scheer trying to help out her cause. Julia Scheer. In back-to-back years.
I don't think they're fishing for too many pitches.
Another strikeout, make it 6 on the day, and Ball ending things quickly there. But put the ball in play. This one, a fly ball deep to left field, off the scoreboard, and the first home run of the day for Nebraska as the Huskers go up 3-0.
How about Lauren Kamenzin just staying in here, waiting to find her pitch. This up in the zone, and she just gets her barrel on top of it enough to lift it out of the park. You could hear it the moment it's getting out of here off that scoreboard. A leadoff home run here to start the 4th inning.
How prolific they have been hitting the long ball. Well, the red chain around her neck now in the dugout. Ohio State even more prolific at 130 coming into today.
You know, you talk about a lineup being 1 through 9 solid.
That one driven, another single for Nebraska. And this offense is cooking here with no outs.
Whether they're out of the park or not, they've really just hit good, squared up hits.
And taking it opposite field and closing the door on that is Gracie Wilson. I mean, such a talented player. And Ball, oh, by the way, she can do that too, and she's safe. That's what, you know, Rhonda Revelle will laugh. She's like, you know, we talk so much about her.
When you look at it like that, and what I love about, you know, Nebraska.
DiNardo had an infield single in her last time up. Flew out in the first inning. Trying to figure out a way to send Ball home, who's in scoring position. That one bloops in and it drops in, and Ball with her speed. Ground ball to the right side of the infield and handled perfectly. Knocked off the Buckeyes. A bouncing ball. Look at Ball's reach, and she tosses it to first for the out. Healthy. And Penta start here today.
Really trying to find a drop ball. I think you can see how she kind of swung just over that one.
She was used as a pinch runner and a pinch hitter for Auburn as well. The 2-2.
Yeah, she's doing what she has to. Again, when you talk about just getting your at-bats, getting your cuts, that's going to help you build your confidence.
Oh gosh, this is the worst, one of the worst possible pieces of news. Another lightning delay in the, and we are down to possibly the final 2 outs. Maryland threatening with a runner in scoring position. Here's the 0-2. Cornwell fouls it back. Here approaching the 8 o'clock Central hour. Be her 18th of the season and possibly a complete game shutout. Right at Puntug, the diving play, the hot corner, and Sammy Bland has been exactly sizzling hot today. That diving catch ends it, and Nebraska wins 6-0 against Maryland.
Well, Sammy in the hot corner. This is a bullet there. She makes it look easy there for out number 3 to finish this game. Holy smokes, Sammy Bland. Good leadership in the circle there by Jordy Ball, but she had some great defense behind her. Great offense at the plate and really good leadership at the plate by her as well. Outstanding job by Nebraska.
Yeah, Ball with 9 strikeouts, 4 putouts. She's responsible for 13 of the 21 recorded outs and gets another complete game shutout. We saw a little bit, right? A little bit of defense, a little bit of pitching, a little bit of offense. We see how dangerous Nebraska can be.
Maryland did what they could against her. I think tomorrow's a new day for them now, and they have to reset their focus. They have to bring confidence where they feel like they had it today and refocus on what they can do with a different pitcher in the circle.